Good morning, welcome to day 31 of my Munro challenge. Today we're walking route number 32, which is Beinn Dearg, which translates to Red Hill, Cona Mheall, which translates to Joining Hill, Mheall nan Capanine, which is Rounded Hill of the Stubby Hillocks, and Edith nan Clac Girl, which is Nest of the White Stones. Long day today, a late start as well, so it's going to be a late finish. Never mind. So, following some very nice forest tracks. Just been chatting with a family on the tracks, a chap called John, who's way into big numbers, bagging the Munros. Very interesting conversation. He's telling me how popular they've become. Hey ho. I'm beginning to wish I brought my mountain bike, because I think I could have cycled the first couple of miles, 3 miles. That'd have shortened the day somewhat. Never mind. Wow, we've got a view at last, just coming out the cloud. I'm expecting the path to fork any second now, and all of a sudden I can see the 3 Munros we're hitting. There's a col in the middle of them that I've got to hit. Wow. Now apparently I'm talking to a young man here who's done 190 Munros, and he's telling me there's a 4th Munro up here which is potentially baggable in the same day, so that might be a decision for later, depending on the time. The sun's definitely come out now. Isn't this fantastic? There's some climbing ahead of us. There's a path leading up to the col. We'll be visiting that col 3 times on and off the various peaks. So steady away. Wow, so here I am at the col. So there's the first Munro up there. We're going to drop back down over to the second Munro over there and drop back down, and then head up that way to the 3rd Munro and go straight across that. Now, so I called these lockets earlier, but apparently the lockhands. John's just corrected me, and I'll just look back where we've come from, because the cloud cover is a bit special. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? This is the wall that you've got to get to, and we're going to follow the wall up, and then we peel off towards the summit once we get to that ridge over there. Come back, and then we're going to head over there up the scree slopes to the second one. So here we are, top of Beinn Dearg, or Dearg, or Dearg. There's various people telling me how to pronounce it, but we've got a cloud inversion again. This is absolutely stunning. Now apparently this is the highest peak north of the A835, so we can see everything around. Look at that cloud cover, all these Munros peeping out. This is fabulous. Wow. This is awesome. So here we are, Cona Mheall. You still see the cloud inversion. That was the first Munro we climbed up. That was the col between them, which we've got to head back to. And then we're going over the other side next. Only there's no cloud this way. Fabulous views. So we're back at the col where we were earlier, and there's a lockhan, pronounced properly this time. It was the first one of the day. Now we're heading over there. We're going to go around the other side of that lock-on and pick up a path past the tents that are wild camping. Make our way to the top. This cloud is persistent, but isn't that fantastic? We're just heading up the 3rd one. Forget its name, I'll get the name when I get further to the top. Mheall nan Caprican, the top. Stunning. John, what was that one over there?
I think that's...
Ansorak?
Leah. No, Anshalak, sorry.
Anshalak.
Yeah.
So we think that's Anshalak in the distance. That was the first one. That was the second one. And the third one is over there in the distance. I think we've got a bit of a steep descent over some crags. I have to say, I've thoroughly enjoyed walking with John. The miles have flown by. It makes it a lot easier when you've got a companion. So there's the top of the fourth one. The cloud's still persevering, and we're nipping round these corner to pick the shoulder up to walk up the side up to the top. Well, that's the plan anyway. Try not to lose too much height. There's some weed in that locken there, but we're just dropping down to the col. There's another various few little lockens there. The other side of that one, we're going to start rising up the other side, but as you can see, the cloud's not gone all day and it's coming in fast, so we might not get a view from the next one. So I was going to say we're at the top, but there's another summit over there and cairn, and they always look higher, the other one, so I'm going to the other one just to make sure we get it, and we'll see. Well, this feels more toppy, but the other one looks higher now, but you get this a lot. So here we are, Edith Nan Clac Gila, Nest of the White Stones. But I have to look across here because this is fantastic. It's like a sea of cloud with islands, which are mountaintops. It's just stunning. Isn't that awesome? That's quite a tricky descent. Again, a bit rocky today. So we're heading down this shoulder now. We're dropping into the cloud, as you can see. So we've got a bit of careful nav to do to get back to the path that we came up earlier in the glen and through the forest. So made a bit of mistake there. We were chatting away, wandering off the top. We followed a faint track which was the wrong one in the fog, and we realised, so we've had to descend through this heather just to get onto the correct track. So it's worth pointing out that it's easily done to get on the wrong track coming down. So there is a path, as you can see, but you need to make sure you come down the right one when you descend off this last one. So this is the track that I've walked down, and we've got to this cairn, and this is the track that I walked up earlier this morning. So we're back on the track now, which will take us down to the forest and through the forest track that I said earlier I wish I'd have brought a mountain bike, if you remember. Now that'd have made life a lot easier when we get to the gate, but hey ho, we're weighing our way back. Still a long way to go though. So we're back at the gate in the forest. Just got to get through the forest now, back to the car park. You know, and I can't remember how long it was. I think I was a good couple of miles in the forest. So a way to go, but nearly there. Wished I'd have brought a mountain bike now, definitely. Hi, welcome to day 31 of my Munro challenge. Today I walk route number 32, and it's Saturday the 28th of August. I parked at Innerray Bridge car park. There's parking for about 15-20 cars, but get there early because it's quite a busy car park. The walk was set off through the forest, nice forest paths, very steady, inclining but at a nice steady gradient. To such an extent I was a bit upset that I'd not thought about taking a mountain bike. But alas I didn't. When you get to the end of the forest, the track then starts to ramp, and it follows the burn. It's boggy in places, but it's not overly steep until you get to the col now and the Lochans. Now you visit this col. This is the first of 3 times. As you go up and down each one of the 2 summits, and on the 3rd summit you go straight over and head towards the 4th. Now the first summit climbs quite steeply. It follows a wall a dry stone wall, and eventually you cut through the wall and you head towards the top. It's not overly long, but it is rocky and it is steep. The second summit, so you retrace your steps, then drop down to another col, and then you head up the second summit. The second summit is very screey, but you can avoid a lot of it by veering right. It's not too bad at all, and then back to the Lochan and the col. The third summit is probably the easiest of the four, and the fourth, it's a bit of a traverse to the fourth summit, but I have to say it was superb. It was the best views of the day by far. There was a lateral cloud inversion, so it just looked like a sea of cloud with various tops looking like islands. Awesome. 2 tops on the second summit. I went to both of them. I think the first is actually the top. And also be careful when you come off the top. I took a wrong path, and it took me a while to get back on track. Big day, 18 miles, took 9 hours, and there was 5,100 feet of climbing. I had a companion that day, bumped into a chap called John quite early on, and we ended up walking together all day, so it made the day very quick for me, having somebody to chat to and discuss Munros really. Fabulous day, well worth doing.